Hello, girlfriends. Oh my word, we sent Chris to a meeting, so you're stuck with me and Kyle.
I saw Chris at the meeting and went, what are you doing here?
Welcome to Three Things at 3. Where? Thing number 1, something to make you smile. That's your cue to smile. Thing number 2.
Something to learn.
Something to learn. And thing number 3, we're going to discover something new. Welcome, and let's go.
All right.
Hello, we're back. Guess what week it is, Kyle?
It's Pet Week.
It's Pets Week. It's been the funnest week ever. I know we all love our little fur babies, or feathered babies, or scaly babies, whatever you may have. I mean, whatever babies we have, but we've been talking all things pets, and I'm so excited. Well, not really excited. I went to a marketing meeting, and I know that Steve, our cameraman, has been doing this video. Have you been watching those videos, Kyle?
No.
Oh, you have not been watching? Well, his goal is to make somebody cry, so guess who cries? Every single dang day.
Oh,
yes.
no. I don't want to watch it on camera.
So I'm prepared for us.
Okay, great.
Okay,
great.
So I'm going to just put these right here. Hello, everybody. Hello, Chris. How are you doing, Debbie? You know what? We have so many fun things planned, but guess who else we have in the house?
Cheri.
We got Cheri in the house. She has the funnest project for us today.
She's so creative.
Yes, isn't she creative? Yes, we love.
So
I feel so blessed. I'm surrounded by greatness today with all of you and my 2 friends here in the house. Hello. Have we been enjoying Pets Week?
Yeah.
So, Kyle, one of the funnest thing is people have been sending in pictures of their pets.
Oh, yeah.
And we were inundated. So the call out was sending the pictures of your pets on your quilts, because we all love to quilt, but we all love those babies, and they're so spoiled. So
there was quite a few, weren't there?
Yes, yes, so many that we try to say all their names and recognize all of them, but they go so fast, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
But I think we should take a look at some more of these fun pictures. So
it's not the ugliest dog pictures.
No, it's the cutest, cutest pet.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, let's take a look at some of these pictures. Let's get started right. All right, here we go. All right, that's little Bo Peep. Oh, that is so cute. Oh my heck. Look how cute. Some of these names, I'm like, can you help me know how to pronounce that? There's Oreo.
I like that.
I like Oreo so
the
cute.
table runner.
Yes. Yep. Max.
Cute.
We've got cute little Max and Millie and Mango.
Ooh.
Yep. I know, I try to get all of them. Oh, Lola. Lola, look how pretty Lola is.
Sometimes I want to know how they come up with these dog names.
Yes. Or Alfalfa. How do you come up with a kitty named Alfalfa? That's perfect. Flashy and Kalal. And there's Maggie.
Oh,
Maggie,
she's cute.
So sweet, Maggie. And Paula Kay's is Maja. Paula, if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. And Bailey Lynn. What I'm wondering is she only called Bailey Lynn when she's in trouble? There's Patches.
Baby Lynn.
And Bo. Look how cute Bo is.
Wow.
Bo looks like my little Goliath. Watson. Watson just got a haircut. Janet,
Looks
so
like
cute.
it.
Kim, you got little Tickle. You better not tickle that sewing machine. Sierra and Maggie.
Oh, wow.
From Susan. Vanessa's got Poppy.
On the
long arm. Yep. Lulu and Max. Yep.
Oh, how fun.
I know, so sweet.
Oh,
And
somebody already made
this
the
is our
pillow.
baby Tonks. Yes, Tonks got a new pillow yesterday.
Wow.
Do you know who Tonks is? Tonks belongs to Abby.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I think I've
Tonks
seen
is
pictures
Abby's
of him.
fur baby, and yesterday Tonks got his own pillow, which
Aw.
Abby posted and was in love. So fun.
I made my daughter's dog a dog pillow a couple
Yep.
years ago.
Yes.
Yep, he loves it.
Yes, absolutely loves this little dog. Well, we have a really fun project that you're going to love today. But before we do that, you know that Crystal and Chris and I went and spent some
Oh,
time
yeah.
with the film crew at the Humane Society. But
Oh.
before we do that, we cannot help but show this. We received a video from one of our viewers.
Oh, yes.
And we have been cracking up about this all day long. So I
awesome.
want to bring this on and show everybody because I think we have a new girlfriend.
Oh, do
a
we?
new favorite girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
All right.
Or guy friend. I'm not sure, but let's watch this video.
My goodness.
Okay, is that not the
How
hilarious?
funny.
I mean, isn't that a reaction all the time when we see our picture?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm
he's
barking
a
at the
true
camera, too.
he's a true movie star. You bark at the camera too when you see your picture on film. Oh my heck, that just made all of
That
us
was
smile.
cool.
So isn't that so cute?
How funny.
Not only that we are watching 3 at 3, but because our new friend saw himself or herself on there
Yes.
and was so excited.
How
so
fun.
yeah, that's just so fun. Thank you everyone for sending in your pictures. It's been so fun to see that little extension of yourself. We love to look at the quilts, we love to look at the pets, we love to hear all the story. And Janet says her little patch has made celebrity status. And absolutely, so many new movie stars. So that has just
Yes.
been absolutely fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're not done yet. I
No,
mean,
we
we
got
have
more.
another week.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
we have
a few
another
more
week.
days. Oh, this
Yep.
goes 2 weeks?
No, another day.
What's
Oh,
today?
today is the last day.
Today's Thursday.
No, today's Wednesday. See,
I can't
Kyle,
remember
you're
what day it
confused.
is.
That's okay. Yeah, today was the last day for pictures, but wow. Kyle and I, let's hold hands, Kyle.
Okay.
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 We need a calendar.
We do.
We need a personal assistant.
I
don't know what day it
absolutely
is. So if you guys could help us out.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you know what? I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, and we're going to watch a Humane Society. We visited the Humane Society, and we're going to watch the video.
Good idea.
Because I got to get my thoughts together. Good thing y'all know me. All right, let's.
Do you guys like get attached to these guys? Do you get to know them pretty well, why they're here, about their habits?
Most of the time. I mean, sometimes they're not here for super long, but
Okay.
every dog that comes in, we just adore. That's just kind of the job we've signed up for, you know? But yeah, there are some that some of us will get attached to really quickly, some that everyone loves. They're like a shelter favorite. I mean, it's just everyone has their preferences on dogs they like. But every dog, we just love, you know?
Well, I bet it's such a happy, happy day when a dog or a cat gets adopted,
Yes,
right?
yes, we absolutely love it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's bittersweet in ways, but it's at the end of the day, that's what we're here for.
That's what you're
That's
there
what we
for.
want. Yeah.
Exactly. How many years have you worked in this business?
I've been here, in this business about 7-8 years, pretty
Wow.
much my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what drew you to this?
I love taking care of animals, and I think that the sort of compassion and empathy that I can bring to the workplace is super helpful for them and for the humans I'm working with as well.
Oh.
And that's kind of what we look for also, is just that kind of you have a well-rounded love for animals
Yeah.
and want to help them find good homes.
Oh, I think there's a special place in heaven for you, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm. Takes someone very special to have such a loving, kind heart towards all creatures.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
that. I love that so much.
Okay, I have one question for
Yeah.
you. How many do you have at home?
Yeah.
You know, that's funny because I don't have any.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
I'm not allowed to have pets in my apartment.
Oh gosh.
But so
this
it's
is
kind of
perfect.
like, yeah, it's kind of like I've got 30 dogs here. So, you know.
Yeah. And what does it take to volunteer
Yeah.
here?
It's pretty easy. I mean, you just have to sign up on our website. There's a small sheet you fill out, and then you get contacted within a few days to do an orientation, and then they kind of run you through all of that stuff you're going to be doing here. A lot of our volunteers are doing kind of helping us with like basic chores and stuff, and then they're also getting a lot of animal enrichment time because that's the kind of stuff that staff doesn't always have time for.
Right.
So they're getting out with the dogs, they're walking them, they're playing with them,
fun.
and so they have also
They get the
super
best.
useful,
Yeah.
and it's useful information to know like what their favorite toys are, how they play fetch, that kind of stuff.
So Allison asked earlier about things that people could do in our communities, and we have a very large quilting community, those who love to sew, and so many of them love animals as well. And so it just kind of seems like this symbiotic relationship where, you know, those of us who have some of those talents of sewing would love to be able to extend that to places such as this. So is there a certain way that you've seen those who love to create or do DIY or sew and quilt? What have they done for the community of animals?
I've seen some pretty creative things before that are awesome. I mean, obviously you can always bring in like quilts you've made, and that is helpful for dogs after surgery and things like that. But I've also seen people like fill up, you know, treats in like bean bags and kind of sew them together and make like little fun like stuffy bags for them, or they can put like crunchy, something crunchy in a bag too, and then that's the fun toy for dogs as well. I mean, I've seen some creative things where a project can turn into like a fun day for a dog, basically.
Oh, I love
That's a
that.
cool idea.
I wouldn't have really thought about that.
I did not think about that. Yeah.
And then, you know, something that we've talked about this week on 3 Things at 3 is kennel quilts.
Yeah, so we have came up with our own little design for kennel quilts. We would like our customers to make them and then donate them to a local shelter or Humane Society in their area. Do you see a need for things like this? Beds, quilts, that kind of thing?
Yeah, especially, I mean, beds, quilts, anything like that that's soft and something nice for them to sort of rest on is awesome.
Okay.
And a lot of the time we go through blankets because they get like gross enough or contaminated or they shred them up or something, you know. So we go through blankets quite a bit. Like you don't have to feel bad donating a bunch of blankets. We will use them, you know. But yeah, it's super awesome for after surgery as well.
Oh, okay.
They can't regulate their temperature very well after they're on anesthesia. So those big nice quilts are awesome for that.
Do you have any certain requirements when it comes to donating?
Not generally. I mean, we're happy to take anything, and we will use it because that's just, you know, there's always a need for everything we have.
Right.
A lot of the time, really, really big, like long 8-foot quilts, are not going to be used as much. They're mostly going to be used for surgery and stuff like that. Just because they're so big and our kennels are not that big.
Right.
But we'll still use them. I mean, we'll use anything you want to donate, you know.
What are your final thoughts about, you know, just caring for animals, the importance of that, and what an animal can bring to our life?
I have just seen so many animals that, when given the chance, just absolutely blossom. And all they want to do is please humans and love us, you know. And giving it back to them is just
make me cry.
awesome. Yeah, I mean, and it's just wonderful to see that like we can make such an impact. And anyone can make an impact by donating or bringing in their animal for vaccinations, just taking care of their animals in their own ways as well. It's just amazing to watch the community come around for stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Brooklyn. This was incredibly meaningful to both of us.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
so
Allison as
welcome.
well. And we sure enjoyed our visit with you. Thank you for taking us around your beautiful facilities.
You are so
and
welcome. I'm sorry it wasn't as clean as I would have liked.
We're in the morning. We
It's
understand.
okay. It's okay, but it's also important. What you're doing here is really, really important. So
Yes.
thank you for what you're doing
You're welcome.
and how you're serving our community.
You're
we
sure
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
I'd love to do it.
Thanks.
That just gets my heart every time. So, Steve, you're 3 for 3. I don't know why. I was doing so great until they're like, oh, you know what? Animals just touch your life or fill that space. And then I just lose it like this blubbering idiot that I am. I mean, you know, I'm so sad. That was really touching. I mean, you know, I hate to say it at home, but poor Goliath, you know, I'm like, don't make me take you to the Humane Society.
we had to have our dog down.
It's a good babysitter lately. You know, but yeah, very, very, very touching. Such a need.
It is a
in
big
the community.
need. A big
and
need.
Pets fill such a need in our lives. I mean,
They
you
do.
know, so I just,
Yes. We
Yep.
got a cat last year, and then he decided he was done with us and left, and my husband was pretty darn sad.
Oh man, well,
Really sad.
Thank you for all the girlfriends that are just crying right there with me because you know it just really, really touched my heart. And if I could have taken all of them home,
Yeah.
I would have. So
I have to tell you, when my son was young, he had a hard time with us leaving or going somewhere, or he didn't want to go to sleep. We got a dog, and that changed everything.
you know,
Everything.
they're such good company. My husband worked graveyards too when we
Oh.
got our little dog in, and it was just such great company. So thank you for everyone for all that you do. Thank you for loving your pets. Thank you for all those that are out there donating. But we're going to send you over
Okay.
after a few tips and tricks. I mean, we're going to show you some tips and tricks first, but I'm going to send you over because we have a really fun project and Cheri is
I'm
waiting.
excited about it.
And I cannot wait to see what you come up with. So stay tuned for just a second and watch these fun tips and tricks while I send Kyle over to help Cheri.
Hey everyone, my girlfriend's quilt shop here to show you how to get almost 5 yards of bias binding out of one fat quarter. So first you're going to bring the opposite corners of your fat quarter to the center like this, and then you're going to take those two folded sides and put them together. Then you're going to fold that one more time. Then you're going to go ahead and cut this in half and line up your two pieces. For this project, I went with 2 1/4 inch binding. So cut your 2 1/4 inch pieces from that center line out to the edges. Depending on the width of the binding you choose to go with, you should be left with about 10 strips of binding here. So then you're just going to go ahead and piece all of those bias strips together like so. You're just going to sew right here on that line. And look at all of this beautiful bias binding out of just one fat quarter. Happy quilting!
Those are good tips and tricks.
Oh,
I don't,
yeah, they
I don't know
were.
if you've had to make some binding like that. It's a great tip to get that.
Yes, and you're
binding.
going to do binding on that project.
We do a binding. We're going to talk about something different though
Okay.
a little bit, but we have this pillow here,
I love it.
Do you love this? Well,
Yes.
you're going to love it even more.
Oh, am I?
Yes, because this is called My Dog's Bed. But I've seen all your spoiled pets.
Yeah, yeah,
You guys don't want my dog's bed. You want your own dog's bed, right?
yeah.
So
I don't think I'd want my dog to sleep on it.
you don't think so?
I want it.
Well, okay, you can have it.
Okay, thank you. You heard
We're
it.
now changing the pattern name. It's now called Kyle's Pillow.
Thank you. Thank you.
whatever Kyle wants.
Yeah.
So when I was tasked with coming up with a dog bed, I have 2 dogs, and I was like, why would I make them a bed? What is going to make it different? And I was like, well, they're kind of spoiled. I mean, do any of you guys have spoiled pets?
Oh
That will
my
admit it.
gosh. I've seen some pretty spoiled
Have you
animals.
seen some pretty? Okay, so that's
Yeah.
what I thought. We wanted to make it about that, like it being a personalized bed for your dog. And so what I did first is I actually did some whole cloth quilting with my clear blue tiles.
Oh.
And I loved it. I did the whole thing because it makes it super easy. I didn't have to do small pieces. I just did the whole thing.
Oh.
And then I was able to cut it down to make this.
Oh, so it started out a little bit bigger than this.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because we wanted to include that. But the thing that makes it nice is you don't have all of the stops and starts when you're doing the clear blue tiles. You can just do as big a thing as you can on your hoop and just keep going. So I want to show you by opening this up a little bit, showing you the quilting because it's kind of hard to see on the
it's the
outside.
cutest.
This is a new Kimberbell large scale
I might
quilting.
need this.
Yes, you definitely are going to need this. And if you look at it, let's see how we can open this up a little bit more. I love the large scale. Okay.
Oh,
So
my
if you
goodness.
look here, this is, remember, it's going to be in reverse. So this says wolf, but on the other side, it's the right way. Okay. So we have wolf. We have a little
yeah.
dog here. We have
Cute.
some bones. We have the little
Paws.
paw print. There's another little like kind of little French bulldog hair. So I know that yesterday Suzanne's quilting was there was a smaller scale one, but this is the large scale one. And
Oh,
so,
this is the large?
Yeah. So your quilting for this, for each, it's about the 9x14, I think is what I was using. It's about a 4-minute stitch out. And so that's what makes it really, really nice is that you're able to do it really, really quickly and get that stitched out really quick. So that is something that I love.
That is all one design?
Well,
that you
it's one,
purchased?
yeah. So it's one design. So it's the 9x14, and all of it's included in
Oh,
the design.
nice.
And it's like I said, it's the big thing. So you just put it in, and it's about 4 minutes to stitch out a 9x14 piece. So
It's pretty good.
yeah, it really is good. It's not quite as dense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really, really have loved the large scale quilting. And I know that they just had another one. I think it was one more drop since this one came out. So this is a newer one within the last week or two.
Oh,
So,
wow.
So if
That
you're
worked
looking for
out
those-
perfect.
It did. And I did include a QR code right in the pattern for this.
Get out.
So that if you're looking at it going, how do I find that quilting? You can just scan that with your phone and it's going to take you right to that large scale
That easy.
quilting. Yep. So the second thing I wanted to talk about with this pattern is your dog. Okay. So, because we all have different dogs, some of us like Tonks. Tonks. Some of us like Goliath. But we want this bed to be for you. So what you're going to do, we're going to kind of show you some of the easy steps as you would do your whole cloth quilting. And this one I just did with lines to be super quick because it's
But
not
you
the
would
whole
do
thing.
that with clear blue tiles.
I would, and I almost did, but I'm going to use this for a different purpose. So I wanted the lines.
Good job. Good job.
But we're just going to take and trim it up. So when you do your any of your quilting,
How
if you will
big
just
was that pillow?
this one ends up being 20 by 26, and it's a standard size pillow is what it will hold. If you wanted to make it bigger, you can adjust that from
Cow.
there. But
Cow. I need a cow in the
you
corner.
need a cow pillow?
No. No, I would not let him touch it.
Do your cows come in and sleep on your pillow?
We've had them in the basement
You
when it's
probably
cold.
have
Yeah.
when the babies are being born. So after you do your quilting, you're just going to square up a little bit. So I've squared the one side. Just going to come in, square that side up.
I never cut sitting down.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
We're not going to guarantee this is absolutely straight. I'll fix it
Sure we
later.
are.
Yeah, we are.
Kyle's guaranteeing this.
Yes, absolutely. Looks square to me.
Oh, it does look pretty square, doesn't it? And this edge is on a fold, and if it's square, I may just leave it. Nope, it's not. Darn. So we're just gonna trim off that little bit, which is fine because it will take off all of our little strings.
We're just showing the corner that you put it on.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
So yeah, well, so I thought this out, guys. I really did. I thought if we quilted on the big thing, it would be all in the way.
No,
right?
that's true. That's true.
So,
You're a thinker.
I am a thinker. So, okay, we have this, so we're gonna pretend this is as big as your bed, but what I wanna show you is some things to do with the applique.
I love applique.
Because you have different pieces. So for instance, right here you have this little head that has a little bit of a little fluffy on the top. And then you have just a regular one, but look, if my dog has a fat face,
Oh.
now I have a fat face dog.
Cool.
So it depends on what you have.
They're all shapes and sizes.
All shapes and sizes. So we have all of these different pattern pieces to help you make your own dog. But
Oh, we get all these pattern
yes,
pieces?
all of these
Nice.
pattern pieces. But look, maybe you have the poodle. So you need the poodle puff.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so there's the little poodle puff if your dog is a poodle.
That's awesome.
Isn't
Did you
that
come
fun?
up with all these? Cheri?
Yes.
Cheri.
Like I was gonna say, no, you did.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You did. It's
No.
Kyle's pillow pattern. Okay, so we have options here. Now, I will say there's a couple of little tips and tricks. If your dog is two-tone, like maybe on their face, and like I have a little Shih Tzu who has kind of a one eye's one color, one eye's the other, I would cut two and then just cut the one to kind of match
Oh,
however their face is and press it on top of it. So, I mean,
That's a
that
good
adds a
idea.
whole nother level. But we're gonna play with these a little bit because we've got our little faces, and now we're gonna play with some ears
Oh, because they're all.
because they
kinds.
are all ears. So like,
Oh.
you know,
Well, that reminds me of my daughter's dog.
does it?
She has a chug.
Yeah. So
And
I
he's
mean,
ugly.
and you can kind of play with them like, how are your dog's ears at? Are they close together? Are they far apart? And then we can come up here. We have some different shaped ears.
Oh, those are cute.
Here's some little kind of, it kind of reminds me of the happy dog type ears.
Yes.
So we have those. And when you put these on, you don't want to put them like right on the edge like this. You want to place, well, maybe if your dog's ears are like that, but you want
If they're
kind of want to place them,
detached.
yeah, you kind of want to place them kind of onto the dog so they become part
Now,
of the dog.
have you put something on those?
I have. So kind of, we started just like you would an applique, and we have our pattern pieces here, and then we would take our heat and bond light, is what I like to use.
It's my favorite stuff.
Do you love the heat and bond light? I do too. It's enough, but not so much that it
Yes.
makes it all
Oh, I
sticky
had
and
some
stuff.
one time that wouldn't come off. I was crying and throwing it. Yeah, it was not good.
And it gums up your needle and everything.
no,
yeah.
not good.
If you do that, throw it away and rebuy it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Don't keep going.
Don't keep going. So we have our heat and bond light. You can just take it.
And this is
you're-
paper side.
Yep, this is the paper side. It will say heat and bond light, and you're just gonna trace whatever pattern pieces you want. So if I come right here, you can go around my shapes. And I always say go careful the first time and go careful the second time.
What?
Because you're gonna cut your heat and bond 3 times.
3 times?
Well, no, I guess twice.
Oh,
I guess you trace it the first time.
Right.
Trace it carefully.
and are you rough cutting that?
Yes, and then we're gonna
Okay.
rough cut it, just like this, because you want the glue to go clear to the edge, and the best way to do it is to take that piece and press it on. So we're gonna put
And that's
our,
all on one color.
Yep, well, and you could do different, like if your dog has a brown nose and black eyes, or vice versa.
separate
or-
'em?
Yep, just separate them, however you want. Or if they have blue eyes, there's some dogs that have blue eyes.
Yeah, there are.
Okay, so the other thing I'm gonna show you, maybe not, I don't see it here. Okay, is that sometimes if you have light colored pieces, like this one here, was just a kind of a cream for a dog. And as I laid it down on the piece, I could see it.
Yes.
And so
How did you solve that?
How did I solve that? Is I took a little bit of the when I do embroidery, I save some of my fusible, and you just press it on, and then you press your heat and bond on.
That's what I discovered on something I just did, is that
Is it?
I needed to cover up the underneath color.
And you can kind of audition it, I guess is a
Yes.
good word for it, just by taking it up and laying it down.
Because you've already ironed that on before you
Yes.
put the heat and bond on.
Yes, so you iron your fusible on first and then your heat and bond. Do I cut a tab to make pilling easy? I have never done that, but I mean the pilling I just kind of will mess around with for a second and get it off. Okay?
Yeah.
So we have the different pieces. I want to play with a couple other pieces because Elisa had a good tip to score it and put a pin in the center to peel it off.
Oh, that's a good idea.
is a good
I
idea.
just fold mine back on itself, the paper,
Oh.
and that releases it pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. The cutter, yes. Marcia, that cutter pillar would be.
I was thinking that when you were
yes.
tracing.
Yeah, exactly.
That light box?
And I did use it at home. But
Did you?
Yeah. So here's another thing we want to look at are the different muzzles.
Oh,
so
God.
this is our little mustache muzzle. And here is kind of our little just round muzzle if your dog has that. And then you start to place, there's more pieces.
More.
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 There's even more. So we have some different shaped noses.
Oh my gosh, they're cute.
So there's a big nose, here's kind of a little nose, and then we have a little mouth, which if you do it in pink, it looks like they're sticking out their little tongue. And we should
Cheri, you thought of
reverse
everything.
this.
And you could add more details with your stitching.
Yes, absolutely. So we've got this, the little tongue. And this is one, like if I had a black dog and he just had a little black eyes, I would go with like white stitching maybe
Oh,
to
that's a good
outline
idea.
those eyes. And here's another little thing we have is, aren't these fun?
Yes.
You guys could make
Did
all
you
the
make
dogs.
clothes that you could put on your dogs?
No, but we could.
Oh my gosh, she's got
Here's his
eyebrows.
little eyebrows. Your dogs don't have eyebrows?
I guess they do.
They do. If you have them cut, they have little eyebrows. And like I said, we have more shapes dogs. So if like we were building, let's say Tonks doesn't have fluffy ears. Tonks has our lab ears.
Oh, all you're doing is changing the ears. What a difference that makes. Oh my gosh.
So, and I don't think that Tonks had a mustache either. So Tonks has just a little bit of his muzzle showing, so it makes it look like he has a nose here.
Oh, what a difference that made.
See? So there's
Oh, how
more of
funny.
our little Tonksy dog.
And you can make them whatever color your dog is.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
So there's all of the different pieces. Like I said, you can mix, match. Maybe
And
you have a
you're
dog with a
previewing
floppy
them
ear.
to know what you put down first, second,
Yes.
third, whatever.
Yes. Yep.
Those are cute.
Aren't those cute?
I need that pattern.
All right. Well, do you want to try a little bit of free motion quilting?
Yes.
Okay. We're
I
gonna
sure
make.
do.
Should we make? What dog should we put on here? We're gonna press it down really quick.
Okay.
Do you want to do this one right here? This one
Oh
we kinda
yeah,
had
the
built?
scruffy.
Yep.
My
No.
daughter has that chug, and he's losing all his teeth. He's getting pretty old. And then he has those bulgy eyes.
Yeah, you might have to make her a little thing.
I made him a collar with a tie on it one time. I was going to
Did
bring
ya?
it in, and I forgot it.
Now I'm like trying to get all the tips here to get
Oh, there
this
you
off
go.
of there. There we go. Look at that, Elisa for the win.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to put this on
I think it's still
Yep.
got a little bit on it.
your bed. You can put it wherever you want. Like if you want it in the corner, if you want it in the middle, if you want it in the middle
Oh,
of the
yeah.
bed, wherever you want. So that decision is up to you. We already have our ears pilled, so we're going to just put those here.
Can I tell you what we've done before with, I'm a long armor, and when we long armed at the store and we were doing some demos,
Uh-huh.
and we'd get done with those, and it wasn't really quilted like it could be a complete quilt. So we would square those up and put a binding on it and donate those also.
Nice.
So if you have some quilts that you've got that you're like, no, you can donate those also.
Or ugly quilts.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anybody has ugly quilts.
I have ugly quilts sometimes. All right, let's press this down.
You're going to do all of it at once.
Yeah, I think we could.
Okay.
Are you up to that?
Whoa. Yeah.
Do you think you can? Do you think, or do you want to do the
No,
free motion
let's-
quilting in parts?
No, let's do it all.
Okay. I did mine all when I did it, but
Well, just so it doesn't move on me. Is that where you want it, Cheri?
yes, it
Okay.
is going to be perfect.
Okay, and I'm just going to set it on there because if I iron really hard, I could move them.
You could move it, but they should stick pretty quick.
They stick really fast. And I did hear one thing that if you iron too much, you'll lose all the glue. Oop, I got a
really?
little bit more on the
A little bit
muzzle.
on his muzzle. So when we do free motion quilting, probably the first thing we need to tell them is how to drop their feed dogs.
Good idea.
Good idea.
'Cause that I don't-
Yes.
I don't really know on
You
all the
don't know?
machines.
Yep. They're in different places.
Yes, they
So
are.
make sure if you don't know and you want to go check out your
What
own
machine is this?
This is the Baby Lock Altair.
Okay.
And we're going to drop the feed dogs. It looks like a C that's up on its side, and it is going to has a
Oh,
little
that's what that is.
dots. And so if we just click on that, that drops your feed dogs. And now it's done.
So those things down there are underneath.
yeah.
So they're not grabbing my fabric.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm like smart.
So now when you do the doodle appliques, what we're going to do on here,
Mm-hmm.
is it better to go slow or fast?
Slow.
No.
No?
No.
What?
It's going to be so much harder if you go slow.
Oh, boy.
You're going to want to go kind of fast.
What
And
if I go outside the lines?
that is the beauty of doodle applique.
Okay.
Is that it's okay if it goes off, it's okay if it, however you want to do it.
And you've got black in here,
I
so
do
that'll
have
show
black.
up pretty good.
It should show up pretty good. It's kind of looking for like a coloring book effect.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you go over it more than once? I'm nervous.
I usually do. I usually will go like 2 times around. So like if you just want to choose an ear and just do the ear.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
She's like, I'm just going to do the ear.
And do I do a stay stitch on it so it doesn't come out?
You can push there's a little circle that will do a little stay stitch and that will get it going. Any specific foot, you can use your, what is the foot called?
Binding?
Nope. There's like an open toe.
Oh, the open
or
toe?
an
Yes.
open toe or the
So you can see where you're
yes,
stitching.
Yes.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
Don't close your eyes when you do this.
Don't close your eyes when you do any
That's my tip of the day.
That is a great tip. All right, you ready to go for this?
Okay, and I don't even have a foot pedal, so I'm
It's
just
right there.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Good. Because that makes me nervous. Okay. All right. And what I have to do is I have to move the fabric,
Yep,
right?
you have to move the fabric.
Oh, I'm not very
And you
straight.
can go sideways, you don't have to turn it.
Really?
Yeah, because the feed dogs are down.
Oh, gal, Cheri.
And you can go backwards.
I can go backwards?
Yeah, you just keep going and you just move the
Oh,
fabric.
I can turn it. Oh, wait, what? I'm good at this. I tried doing flowers one time. Oh my gosh. You know what? That's not too bad.
No, it looks cute.
Yeah, that's the kind of look we want,
Yeah.
kind of, sort of. And look, I'm going really fast. Oh, I see what you say about go sideways.
Yeah. Look at that, Kyle.
I'm so
You're
good.
sewing backwards now.
I do that not on purpose sometimes, too. That's really cute, Cheri, and you can make it look more scruffy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's
So
take it
like
out.
when I did the poodle where I had a poodle poof on it, I did little circles when I did my
Oh,
my
that's
quilting.
cute.
So you can add a little bit more detail if you want to add like a highlight in the
I'm
eye
very
or
impressed
something
with
like
myself. You guys show them.
that. Okay, bring it up here. We want to zoom in on this, guys. This is like,
This is like professional.
yes, it's like a blue ribbon moment right here.
Yes.
And this
Hey,
is the idea is like
I would
your
try
lines,
this again.
Yeah, your lines aren't straight. They're just
wasn't
kind of wiggly
scary as
and
I
going.
thought.
No. It's a
I
lot
thought I
of
couldn't
fun.
do it. Thank you. Peggy.
Yes, Peggy's got you. You're rocking it.
Chenille the ears.
You could
oh.
chenille the ears. That would be a lot of fun.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Especially on the bigger fluffy ones. That would be a lot of fun.
That's really cute. And you just go around all the pieces, right?
Yep. All of the pieces. It
And
makes
you
sure
could,
that they're
you
stitched
could do the
down.
little line down here and all that.
Yep. You could add if you wanted to. Yep. Bring like a little line down and make a little mouth even, or because you didn't put the other piece on. It is up to you. And
It's
it is a great way to.
really
the doodle
cute.
applique is a great way to
I'm gonna
add
go
in
home
those
and try
fun
it.
details. Are you?
I've avoided it for a lot of years.
And now Kyle knows how to sew
Now I'm an
backwards,
expert.
sideways,
I can go all
and
kinds of
all
ways.
of it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're
And I'll
on
keep
here.
my eyes open this time.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you, Cheri.
You're welcome.
I like that a lot.
Do you like that? Well, if you get this pattern, make sure you print it off, and if you make it, I want to see your pictures. Tag us in it, put it on Friends of My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and we would love to see it.
Is it in the club?
It is not. This one is not going to be in the club.
Okay.
But it is on our website.
And
Okay.
is there a price?
It went in for, was it $4.99?
All
Okay.
right.
So,
well, all those
yep.
pieces, that's
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
At least I don't have to draw them.
Yep. You're like, I just have to trace them.
I can do that.
So that is on there today, and that it will be a great one. I'm
And you
excited.
could use scraps.
You could. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, use all your scraps for all of your dog pieces and stuff. It
How
makes
fun.
it a lot of fun. So.
I like it.
All right. Well, we are ready to get headed back over. We are going to take a look at our favorite new baby lock machine that is coming out. Let's take a
Oh,
look.
I heard there was a new one.
Yeah.
Cheri, I am so proud of Kyle.
Isn't that
oh my
cute?
gosh, isn't that so cute? I am so proud of her. I have to be honest that I'm like, oh, I drew the best straw when I didn't have to go over there and do doodle applique on the fly. But I'm really proud of her because that is fantastic. That's really darling.
It really is cute. And
Really,
doodle
really
applique,
cute.
I think, is always a little bit scary, but you just have to embrace it. Like, it's
Yeah.
not going to be perfect.
No,
but that's what makes it perfect.
I got to give her a big hug because that
She did a
was
great
scary
job.
and she did a great job. Yep. Well, we have a really, really fun guest with us too. You're not
Yes.
the only
I know,
one hiding in a corner. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, we have with us Elaine Roundy, and we met her when we were in the Sandy store, and she started coming to us. And I'm going to let her explain part of her story because she does a great job telling why she's doing what she did or doing what she does, and how it kind of came about. So let's welcome Elaine.
Elaine, it's
with
so good to
us.
see you. Hello, hello, Elaine.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You know what? Fantastic. I have missed seeing your face, so this is so fun.
I missed the Sandy store. Don't talk about it. I will cry.
Okay, all right. We're not that far, so we'll just bring you on more often, right?
Okay.
All right, Elaine, tell us a little bit about why you're here and what you do.
Back in 2012, I retired, and part of my retirement gift from my husband, he bought me an Avante, handy quilter Avante. And I went to the handy quilter classes up in Bountiful, and one of them was a week long, and there were so many sandwiches being made, and we'd change our fabric, and I kept thinking, wow, look at all that fabric. I wonder what they do with all that. And so I asked one of the instructors, she says, oh, well, she says, if people want to take it home, they can, but most of them, we just throw it away. And I said, throw it away? I said, well, can I take it home? She says, well, sure, if you want to. So I came home after a week with about a 5-foot pile high of sandwiches. Some of the areas were open, some of them were, filled with different designs and that type of thing. They were different pieces and different sizes. And I thought, what am I going to do now? So I thought, oh, it would really be fun. I could make some blankets for the back of the cars for the kids for emergency, rather than laying on the side of the street, you'd have a little throw quilt. Anyway, so I made a couple of those, and then I had to take one of my dogs to the hospital, and he had some surgery, and in his kennel, they had a towel, was pretty ragged and full of holes, and I said, gosh, would you be interested in some, quilted dog beds for inside your kennels? And I said, oh my gosh, we'd love it. Anyway, I said, so what size? And they said, well, 36 by 36 and or smaller for kitties or whatever. So I came home, and that time I was teaching 2 of my granddaughters how to sew. And we start cutting up these quilts. And as you see in the picture here, this little guy, he got a cute little quilt. And when he was staying at there's my granddaughters. And you can see the amount of quilts that we made to take to the veterinarian. We take them to another one of my granddaughters. Those were some kitty ones that were a little bit smaller. And we take them to the Humane Society. I also have another project where I got, this one here. These all came from that we did over at Utah State Developmental Center. I go over there and volunteer and sew and work on some of the clothing for some of the residents and make them rain ponchos and things. And we all have a lot of fabric left over. And pillows. So we covered the pillows, and we took those down to the Humane Society in Salt Lake at 4500 South. And so it's just, when the Sandy store closed, I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So how I do it now is I save my pieces off of my quilts, sew them together, save scraps of fabric, sew them together, save all of my batting, sew it together. And I don't get near as many quilts out to the community as I would like to, but what I do get out go to the Humane Society, the rescues, and the dog place where the veterinarian where my dogs go.
I love that, Elaine. I love that you saw kind of a waste and were like, how can I purpose that? And that you teach your grandkids. It is so cool to see that happening.
I can't even talk right now. I mean, Elaine, I'm sorry. I can't. I can't even talk because that is just so giving of your time and just beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely a fabulous donation. You are beautiful inside and out, sister.
Thank you.
Well, I love that. I want to thank Elaine for being with us and sharing how she donates.
Yeah, and please, if you have that same ability, like in your community, maybe you need to go and look at your shelter or whatever and look at those ways, like how can I, instead of throwing this away, repurpose it for these dogs that it's going to give them comfort in a time when they're probably a little bit scared. Let's not go there, okay? I'll be crying next. So, but I so appreciate Elaine for coming on. I appreciate her spending that time with us to share that, and hopefully that you guys are able to take that down.
Those fun pictures, those beautiful grandkids, those beautiful pets. That is absolutely precious to me. I know, Elaine, that I'm going to tell Rebecca, you just keep saving all those scraps. I mean, we want to help however we can, because I know that you are taking them from your own stash now. And so just because we're an hour away doesn't mean we can't connect and help you out a little bit.
I'd drive up there for them.
All right, okay. All right. You got it. Yep, we put all kinds of samples and scraps and different things, so you have it. Just like Elaine did, there's lots of need out there, and so I just encourage everybody. We've given you some ways to donate here, but look in your local area because everybody's needs are just a little bit different and everybody's requirements are just a little bit different. I know in the video earlier they were talking about, Brooklyn said, we'll take anything in cash value, but that does not necessarily mean that they don't want something different in your area. So be sure to check with your local shelter, or if, like I said, Elaine, I got you, sister. We're going to start saving, and we'll let you know when we have a stack that I can get to you. So check with your local shelter and do those things. But what a great way! What a great way to
so
help.
sweet,
So
yep.
yeah, very sweet.
Yep.
So lots of love and hugs. Well, with that, I mean, we're kind of wrapping up. I know we want to just send out lots of hugs and love and gosh, I feel like Bob Barker just a little bit. Have your pets spayed and neutered and give your dogs and cats an extra love today.
Wow. I didn't see that coming.
No, I'm sorry. That was just a little bit of my childhood coming out right there. But
Yeah,
no,
the price is right.
Yep. Yes. We want you to join us tomorrow. We have another special guest coming on tomorrow, and we're all really excited for tomorrow. So be sure to join us at 3 Things at 3. Tonight is Comment Sold, 6:30. We have a great show planned, so we can't wait for that. And with that, we're going to call it a day.
Woo. It's a wrap.
All
we
right.
got it. All right,
Okay.
everyone.
All right.
Bye.